Better get my little life in order, or trying to anyway. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm hoping everybody had a good holiday. This is why I don't celebrate holidays. Because it be too much all the time. And ooh, I don't even know what that up there for. I mean, it's a I'm trying to put my phone on the stand. I should have done that before I went live, but oh well. Practice make perfect is what they say. I love my ring lights at my godmama house. So all I have is my other tripod. Oop, that's my bed is a mess. Let me throw this camera back over. Because I'm still in the process of organizing my new room. I'm trying to keep busy in between time. This is my little chase. The chase. I don't know how to say it. Whatever it is called. But it's cold in here. And I don't want to scoot all the way up there and I ain't got nothing. This is the cutest. I mean, besides the brand that's on there, it is the cutest. Because you can fold it or whatever. Now, this is my biggest problem. Will I be able to fold it back like this? Even though I love that, I won't be able to. And it's like, but I don't know. I just feel like there's too much going on. And I prefer to be by myself. Even though there's a stipulation of, oh man, I hate talking about worldviews too. Like, and I don't even like worldview. I mean like pop culture. And I don't want to turn into like a commentary because this is not like what this is. Even though I do know people wanted to do more lives and more personality and get to know me a little bit better and like Q&As and stuff like that. But I mean, I answer all questions. It's cold in here, so I'm fully dressed. I did get this holiday season. I mean, they're thighs, but again, I haven't checked my other cash app to see if I got any donations for my pedicure because I do gotta book a pedicure, but I also gotta see when my nail technician is gonna be back from her holiday because she be taking weeks off at a time. Okay, and she has my number, but it's not stored in her phone. Like it's in her work phone, not a cell phone yet. But we locked in like that, where if I tell her to program that, she'll program that. You feel me? I'm her like A1 day one, best friend, loyal customer, all of them above and then some. But I just know from like history repeats stuff in the past. She normally takes a week off. She has a fiance. They live in two different states, North Carolina, and I love her to death too because, like I said, she's like my best friend from 10 plus years. So she know all the tea as soon as they come piping hot. Because that's another thing that I learned this weekend being at my godmother's house. And again, being self-aware is number one. Number two, not entertaining people and their insecurities is another, because I talk to a lot of people and a lot of different type of people, men, women, all types of things. So when it comes to perspectives, I listen to understand and to comprehend. A lot of people don't. And that's my biggest thing. My biggest thing is that people do not listen to comprehend. They listen to react. And I used to be that. And I never want anybody to feel like here we are again with I listen, I don't judge. But no, this is real life. Like only God can judge you. And I don't like to get real churchy or religious because I've seen it where people don't want to talk about it. That's cool. Another of my coworkers, which is a dear friend, she's an atheist. And I don't go too preachy on her, you know what I'm saying? Because I am a God-fearing woman. I do believe there is a higher spirit, a universe, whatever you believe in. But something somewhere they don't big no human comprehension is doing something. That's all. That's pretty much clock that T. That's the only thing I can explain it, because there's a lot of stuff that be happening when you take a look in your own life and you can't explain it. Because I don't believe in consequences. I believe everything do happen for a reason. I don't think about this mess. Now I be making my adult lid look weird. Ugh, that is so weird. Like, did my mask shrink? And it's so weird. Like, I don't think my eyeball is that puffy outside the mask. And I don't want to be no, like, blast crackhead eyes either, because that looks weird too. Bear with me, okay, while I adjust this. That's why I don't go live. It be too much stuff going on at once. Anyway, and then this holiday weekend, as many plans as I have. And I know, again, people that don't want to hear this about it being churchy. The devil show is busy. And he forms himself in other people's spirit. And I don't like to be super, what's the word? Outlandish. I don't want to be super, because I can be, and I'm trying to be reserved and very mindful, because I've always been taught that. That's another thing. Like, since I was a child, my mother used to tell me, "Think before you speak." I hate that. I hate that term. I hate that term. When I say I hate that terminology, it gets on my last nerve, because the think before you speak is something that is easy as possible, because how come I'm the only person that do it? If I'm thinking before I speak, no one else is. And I feel like that's not very accommodating for everyone, even though equilibrium isn't for everyone. Like, I get it, not everyone is equal, blase, blase. And this is my little um, yarn kit. I do want to start doing that later, but right now I want to get into it, because again, I mean, I just got a text message from my god sister talk about, are we good? I heard that you was mad. I'm never mad. I'm never mad, because number one reason, I gotta see how I unbox this, because I would love to put it back how it came. My weighted blanket. I need another one. That's what I needed for Christmas. Sure. And then my Christmas present over there was the unboxing. What you got me? Feeling like, what is this? The material on the other side is so weird. But again, if I'm gonna get into like 2025, because I'm manifesting speaking into existence of unboxing videos, having sponsorships for people, and get ready with me videos, I guess I might as well get ready. But this is so weird. Like, it's supposed to be installation on this side. Like, and then I get it as a gift from someone. So it's like, will this make me warm? I mean, I'm willing to test it out, because I'm a baby Einstein. I'm a scientist for real, even though I ain't got no degree. I will conduct an experiment real quick, okay? Like, why I ain't put nothing in between the side to get to protect my phone from falling? I don't know. I got it. The other one. But it's because I don't know what in my room, and it's because I don't have no central heat. But again, this is not the get out. Cause I ain't even show my little outfit because it's so cold in here. But my standardized robe, and again, I don't never drop no names. But back to my little, because I sent a few comments like, about, "Oh, we had a good holiday again." I don't normally celebrate holidays. This is the first holiday I celebrated with someone else, being like my god family and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna speak my frustrations out, because again, I can't. This is America. This is my channel. I have the right to do so. Update. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook so I can go live there. I will be going live on Bingo Live. There's so much information. Like I said, I'll be able to do it myself. And when I tell you that, this is a good location. And I used to be just trying to see where I should be setting the camera up, like the POV, like how tall I should go. Like I have a tripod with an extender on there, so bear with me with the different angles and oh, like I said, I read all comments, so all feedback is good as far as like someone's like, well, why are you doing feet view? And I'm just like, because one, my feet need to be done, and I haven't had a cash app notification yet, especially on my other account. I don't know, I have two phones, so one is business, one is personal. If you have, I apologize to keep saying that I haven't gotten any too. It is the truth. I haven't got any notifications, but I don't have any notifications set up, so therefore I would hate to be devastated and check my cash app and there's $0 in there from any of my subscribers that love me so much and my fans that support me, knowing that everything takes time, money, and energy. And going through a difficulty of separation of jobs and moving to new locations, therefore, it would definitely require money, time, and energy. So if you want to continue getting and receiving what you want, you would have to monetarily support me so that I would be able to continue producing and developing, filming. That's just for any give and take relationship, just period. Just to be in a situationship where that is the exchange. You want a service, I want a payment for a service. I do know this platform is generalized free, and therefore a lot of people will only choose to pay for what they want to pay for. Therefore, this is not a membership. I have not been able to reach that level yet because I have to increase my watch time. But everything is a step, and everything is a crawl before you walk. I wish I could come out of the gate of a small micro influencer, social media content creator, whatever, and then be on cooking with Kyra level, which again, it can happen because it just recently happened. If she can just be working in a kitchen with piercings on her back, and shout out to her, no shade. I love her. I love her grind. I love her hustle. I share every video I see about her because again, the other content creator, E. Kane, shout out to her. I love her. Y'all, not my subscribers, but anyone that may not be subscribed to my channel that do know about these women that I'm speaking on, they being the public that interact with their platforms and made this woman, I guess, you hate to love it. And I also get that as well, as far as people want what they can't have, and that being a realization and how sad and sickening certain people can be. So again, I mean, it's the day after Christmas. I had been where I was at for, I think, maybe a good 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't keep track of time. And then I get addressed in phone calls and text messages about certain things. And after I spoke on certain behaviors, which again, at this point in time, there's so many people that are speaking, and it's unnecessary. When I say unnecessary, you have your right to say what you want to say, your First Amendment right. You care what people think and how they will react. I don't. Because I know my truth, and I know that only one person, and that's above, can judge. So therefore, I live in my true divine power. I live how I want to, and no matter how I live and how I choose to live my life is my choice. Because that's another thing too. Man, decisions will be made today. Choices is made every day. And I even ask that question like, who fault is it that I don't know? You know what I'm saying? Because you always got to get to the meat and potatoes, the root of all problems. Because again, I can see it, and maybe the way my mind like analyze things, I know that that's how it goes. Now, I was trying to be on live longer, but the fact that it's colder and I'm walking in and out of my room constantly. I got to figure out like my sleeping arrangements because, like I said, my bed is a mess. I gotta clear it and hook up my electric blanket. But back to the story time because everybody loves the story time. So again, like I said, the incidents that occurred was just abnormal behavior. And I say that only because normally it's all kiki kisses. And again, the whispers behind my back I don't address because again I'm grown. If there's anything that needs to be said, it can be said to me. I've always been like that since I was 17 years old, and I had to address my own step family. Now that's another back in the story time. Like again, I gotta be careful and mindful of what I say because of the fact that I don't want to be banned. It's not because of any names will be changed. I don't care about that. Come see about me on the legal exit. But as far as the banding of the community guidelines, I was 17 years old and I had a lesbian girlfriend and she was masculine. That's the word I'm looking for. So therefore, my step grandmother, who is now deceased, was calling my mother at the time, leaving a voicemail, and was like, there was a bunch of D words, which is, I'm not pretty sure if I can say that word or not, but whatever the derogatory term that starts with a D for lesbians, insert that. Explicit, okay? So at her house for Thanksgiving, and I was like, that's kind of crazy because it's your step granddaughter. That's one of the D words. Okay? So if you're saying it's a bunch of D words at your house, you're including me, and therefore you're talking to my mama, and therefore at this time I was grown because I was graduated high school, and therefore, see about me. And I was very high headed, very explosive, anger. So as far as addressing the issue, yeah, I'm grown. Don't call my mama. Call my phone. My phone at work. Pop that shit to me. Don't call nobody that ain't gonna do nothing about it. Except for their mouth. And guess what? I'm all about don't shoot the messenger. I'm shooting everybody. I will pum pum everybody. Because again, the messenger had a choice. And I tell that to people now. When you get to run in your mouth, the messenger got a choice to shut up and mind their business. That's the safest thing you can do. But if you want to involve yourself in war, as we all know, because read a history book, educate yourself, each one, teach one. Education is elevation, baby. History repeats itself. So every war, every battle, it don't matter if you're at the right time or the wrong place. There are casualties of war. So again, you insert yourself being the messenger. Oh, I'm not the person that said it. Well, you're repeating it like you said it. Then guess what? You and that person, pum 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 pum. Because you should have mind your business. You should have got up. You should have told them people, these people are not here. I'm not going to address that because they're not here to address it for them. But no, I see it. Clock this T. People hurt people hurt people. You misery. Misery love company. You don't really like yourself. And again, like I said, I don't celebrate holidays because of that. I don't go around people because of that. Because again, I don't have to be nowhere kicking, smiling in people's faces to be liked. When I tell you there's a bunch of people that love me, and there's a longer list of people that don't love me or don't like me, can't stand me, I don't care. I don't I don't really care if you do or if you don't. And that's the biggest problem. You aren't bothered. When you're unbothered, people, oh my goodness, want to go out their way to bother you, honey. I mean, do the most to try to mess up your day because it's just something about, oh man, it's just something that make their body just do the most. You know what I'm saying? Like convulsion, like they're ready to big O. You feel me? A big O, like an out of body experience of trying to bother you. And again, I used to care. Oh, I used to care. I used to be a passive aggressive person. I used to be a people pleaser. I really was, like I said, I was taught to be mindful, to listen. You know what I'm saying? Be very cutesy. But that got me nowhere but played with, like I'm a toy. But people fail to realize that I'm a jack in the box and I come out swinging. And this jack in the box got a hammer. Okay? And I'm playing whack-a-mole with your head because I'm not no toy to play with. Yeah, I'm gonna pop out. You just keep don't even know when I'm coming out swinging, but I'm coming out swinging because you ain't no reason to be playing with the toy anyway. But everybody loves to play, and that's rule number one with me. My baby told me don't play too much. I don't even play with folks. Because I'm going to play too much every time. Because again, I'm not to be played with. And that's what's wrong with folks. People need to learn to stop playing with people because everybody ain't playing. And people not even fighting no more. We ain't even doing the fisticuffs. They're really shooting and losing people's lives. And that's when people really forget to play games because they think they got second lives. Like they got more than one life. No. And I ain't even talking about that because I ain't trying to unalive nobody. That's not what this whole YouTube live is about. It's the point. Is that people always want to play, but as soon as you check them, because I play chess, checkmates. As soon as you check them, it's an issue. As soon as you speak on something, they feelings hurt. They got an ass hat so tight, it's a ring on their forehead. That's crazy work to me. And when I say that, people tell me about me so much that I can't even listen when they tell me about me that you think I don't know about me? I'm so self-aware about my flaws that nobody can tell me about me, baby. I am the problem. I'm the problem. I know I'm the problem. And I'm not going to be solved no time soon. And you know what they say? The older you get, the worse you are? Yeah. Yep. I'm not turning over no leaves. 2025, I'm in my villain origin story, baby. It's going to get worse. If you sick of me now, you finna be ill. Might as well go get you an IV bag. Because I'm not turning down for what? Like Lil Jon said, for what? Turn down for what? Because you insecure? Because you lack thereof? Because you feel like them? And let's go on. And again, I be wanting to educate, to elevate people, but I cannot untrain stupids. And stupid is a choice. You wake up, you choose stupid. Each one teach one. Real same. Real same. We got Google on our phones nowadays. You can Google it. It's free. I just watched my girl and shout out to Tanya TKO, self-love specialist. When I tell you I love myself more than anybody else, I do not lie about that. I mean that. I love myself. And that's a big problem. I see it. When I see people, I be like, you don't really love yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be acting like that. You wouldn't be saying that. And the list goes on. And the beat goes on and on type shit. Because every time I say that, that song pop in my head. But again, so I just, like I said, I be running away from weird energy because I know that it can transpire, it's contagious, it can catch you, you know what I'm saying? And it sounds so crazy because, you know what I'm saying, people be like, what do you mean? I'm really like, I'm not slow. And that might be quirky, might be funny. I think I'm hilarious, okay? I be laughing at my own jokes. So therefore, I know that my sense of humor can be dark sometimes. A little different. But I also love hard. I love from a deep place. So again, anyone that did see my live or whatever, oh my gosh, I listen, I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? I love everyone who they are when they show you they are the first time. And again, for people to accuse me of doing certain things that I don't, I mean, just addressing that like, oh, well, you was wearing Christmas outfits around people. And I was like, yeah, because I'm grown. There's an incident that occurred that I will be telling on a whole different platform. But for you to be talking to me as if I'm going to listen to anything that anybody say after I said what I said. I said what I said and I meant it. Ain't no cord in my back. I'm not no toy. You're not going to pull up me to get a response that you think that you go, no. No, ma'am. Or no, sir. No. Mm-mm. So, therefore, like I said, and I address things when they're there because, again, It's the whispers when I walk out the room. It's the, oh, let's talk about it later. Nah, baby, let's address it now. Get it out of your chest, honey, because when I tell you that I go to sleep, no problems. I be big snoring. Big slump, big drooling on the pillow. Nothing keep me up at night. I don't be tossing and turning because I'm going to address it. I'm going to get on my chest. Why? Address the elephant in the room. You're not going to bully me. And I leave out of respect because I want people to feel the respect I give myself. What I'm not going to do is, like I said, Kiki and Cece with people that I know don't like me. Address it. And there's a lot of things, like I said, that occur that I don't even care about. Because it's more important things I got to do. I don't make me another man. But then running, yeah, to need me for a witness. To witness your testimonial. No, I'm good. And therefore, I just can only imagine, like, the households and the dysfunction. Because even, where my family, when I said to my mother, she was like, oh, well, you need to call your grandmother. And I was like, that's a whole other topic of discussion, ma'am. I know you're not listening to understand. You're listening to respond. And you think that your response is necessary or needed or asked for, or if I care, and I don't. I don't care. I don't care. That's how much I love myself. I love myself not to care about what other people say. Ooh. I don't know. I'm starting to like this thing. Because I don't know. I moved it out the way. So to change, positions and sides and stuff. And hold on, I can't stop laughing to get it out. I felt a gust of air and I was like, whew, this thing got warm. It's warm over here. But I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm sucking all that mess. Like, well, with this shiny stuff in. And am I using it the right way? Like, is the design supposed to be on the inside, outside? I think things need to come with instructions. Like, I know as much as men, like, not trying to be sexist or anything, or gender biased, don't read instructions. Like, I'm a manual reader. Like, I cannot help it. I am a technicality manual reader because if I can avoid problems, that's what I understand about instructions. But like why people don't understand. Oh, I don't read instructions. Like that's stupid. That is stupid. Yeah, I can see deviating from instructions, like or maybe enhancing them, or the general basis or something. You know what I'm saying? Like the foundation to start. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, but. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe I got it on backwards or something. Maybe I should flip it. Maybe the design should be on the inside. And to be honest with you, I'm going to eventually see if that side, because like I said, as scientists, just see if that side during it conducting experiments is warmer because, honey. When I need somebody to invite me to their house, they got central heating or heated floors. Okay, either way. It is chilly willy over here. And I just Googled how long is the winter. December, January, February. I gotta make it 3 more months. And December just started, December just started. Winter just started December 21st. So that's like, what? How much longer do I have to go? And my birthday is in April. I'm a spring baby, which to me is still, I'm on the fence with it, okay? Do I like it? I don't know. Because every year it rained on my birthday. Am I a fan of rain? Spring rain? No. I'm still trying to figure out about that too, because it's somebody that disrespectful rain that come from underneath the umbrella, or come from the side when the wind blow like, and they be like, you know what I'm saying, like that rain. I be ready to fight. I be like, fuck you. What you doing trying to take me out? See, that's the other thing. I'm about to lean in for the read the comments. But it's cold. Like I said, I think I might flip it over. Hold on, what this tag say? Made in China, of course. 100% polyester fleece. Ah. Nice coat. But I was saying that it's cold in the it's cold in here, but it's also gonna be cold for the next couple of years. So I mean, not next couple of years, next couple of months. So I was like, fuck me. I don't really particularly like the cold. Mm. Zuckerberg isn't here today, but hey, honey. And oh, this is like I said, I'm gonna flip it over to see if it's a warmer. But I think that this like the appeal, the visual effect. I was like, maybe I was wearing it the wrong way, but something about that polyester got me feeling like, hmm. And again, even like think about that because one, Topper, he was here yesterday, which again, I hate how time is where it's kind of like, that's just 25 hours ago. But that was Christmas as well too. So that's what I said. He was here at Christmas, and my gossip was like, "Oh, you need to interact more." And I hear everyone's feedback, so therefore it's not that I don't listen. Because that's another thing people would love to say about me. And this is just like a one-on-one, get to know me. I'm at home now by myself, away from the chaos. Because my my best saying is misery love company, okay? I do not like to be miserable. I like to be happy-go-lucky. I like to be very, excuse me, very uplifting. But not, which I've learned, toxic positivity. So people project. And again, the way people can be unhinged. Everything is good until it's not. And it's sad because it's like, man, I'm so glad that live went without a hitch. Now, if she does decide to sober up and want me to remove it, I might have to, because out of respect of the fact that I care about people. And I never would exploit anyone, even though she agreed to get on the live. But again, with the adult juice, it everyone knows, according to Dare, it lowers your inhibition. And therefore, I no longer partake in the adult juice. I'm not judging because we listen, we don't judge. And I was saying that before TikTok ran with it. But this is a judgment-free platform for me. Or YouTube or channel or whatever you want to look at it. It's judgment-free. Because again, who am I? I'm just a regular girl in the world, just like a square trying to get a nut type thing. So, therefore, no judgment. But if she was to decide to play it back, because there was a lot of snake lizard and a lot of side movements and a lot of things that I don't believe she would have agreed upon if she was not on the adult juice. But again, I'm no one's mother. I can't tell nobody what they can or cannot do. And especially I already know because I love people for who they are, where it was going to go. If I would have told her, yeah, you're doing too much, not too much, it would have been a problem. So, again, not in the business. And if, Mr. Topper never had an issue with the interaction with her, if he had a good time and, wasn't offended, he back the day, so thank you for joining again. But if you personally wasn't offended or wasn't affected, you're a fan, you're a subscriber, you had a good time, that's what really matters to me. Everything else, I'll have to deal with the repercussions because, again, the most, the people that was involved, which was anybody that was actively live yesterday, and my guys that was present on the live, had an issue, I would have to address it. As far as like, oh, you had me on internet looking like, hey, you on No, ma'am. Now, people do love to victimize, and I been love to play victim. Well, throw stones and had their hands. And I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. I want to address it. We can do it worldwidely on www dot. You know what I'm saying? Like on the internet. Or we can take back closed doors. I'm versatile like that. Either way it goes, I want to address it. Because, again, he says, she says beneath me. I'm I'm more than an adult. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than grown. So therefore, this little he say she said, let's talk about it later. Let's whisper when people walk out the room. I don't want to hear that. I don't even like an address the text messages from it. That's why I'm like, where did I put my phone? Because even again, I took my okay. Um, she said we good because I'm hearing you mad with me for something. I was like, never mad. And I mean that. I'm really never mad because why? People will be who they are every time. Every time. And if you question who they are, then you ain't gotta worry about it. Oh, I gotta move again. Thank you. And honestly, I want to do more, but YouTube. For educational purposes, yes. But I definitely can switch to that topic as well. Now that I addressed the elephant in the room of who was that yesterday and what happened because it was a lot going on yesterday. And I was just like the behind the scenes. I do get a lot of comments about like what be going on behind the scenes, what be going on, everything in this. Anything you can think of that could happen is happening. Okay, and I just was on the fence like, do I want to try to preserve some of my privacy, or just rip it off like a band-aid and be like, cha-cha, all or nothing. Here you go. Because again, honestly, um, the channel that I created and started was BDSM, an open place to discuss it. And that is one of my most watched videos. And my viewpoint of that is I'm well aware of the cockhole play, and I hear a lot of feedback about it. And I haven't particularly found too many people that are honestly willing to admit that that's something that they like. Again, judgment free. I personally would be in a relationship like that, but it's so many dynamics to it. Even trying to find bulls that's willing to participate because it's almost like a trifecta. It's like a triangle. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, as much as people talk about how they want a hot wife, you have to have the mindset of it. And even when people don't understand the dynamics of a dominant and a submission relationship, they forget that the submissive, which is supposed to be technically at the bottom, has the power. You know what I mean? Like the person at the bottom has the power of what the dominant person can and cannot do. So with that being said, I feel like communication is always necessary. I feel like as long as you can communicate what you're willing to do, and even like one of the confessions where the guy was tied up in the room, it's all elements of what you choose to want. Like anything can be curated. If you can imagine it, you can create it. So that's why I'm like anything can be could be recreated, can be curated, and could be the the topic of your desire. And I do want to create more of a space where it can be talked about, it can be addressed, we can talk about it, where people are more freely openly to discuss it. But the fact that it's so taboo and that a lot of people are, I guess, shameful of it, they don't want to discuss it. Now that, one moment, I've moved and flipped the cover on the other side, I'm decided on, am I warmer? Am I warmer? Like, or not. do do I want to flip it back over or not? But for the continuation, the whole conversation, I feel as if, like I said, um, my biggest fantasy would be on a tip where it's forced upon, but then gradually accepted. And I only say that because people can pretend all the time. And my biggest issue with the last guy that I did talk to, it was on a dating website, which wasn't Fet for Life, but it's another one called Fet. But he was a different breed of man, which again was in the cock category. But the problem that we had was he had a preference for a bull that do not exist unless he would have to be the one to find them. And I say that only because of this. His preference was BBC. And again, I'm not the girl that just did it, no shade, love her. Make sure she don't know her name, but shout out to her and kisses to her. But 100 guys in one day. Now, again, I do on my Reddit dick reviews. How am I supposed to figure out who is BBC worthy? And then I've done the Google research as far as like what is the average size men in America? Because that's where I live. It ain't the standard measurements that he was looking for. Because again, communication is key. We did used to communicate what his preferences was, what he preferred, which is like I said, via videos, text messages, and it's not necessary. I would use like proof, but maybe not that as a actual terminology, maybe. But with that being said, that's what he would preference. That's what he liked, and again, I think it was like random. And I'm gonna have to go through my phone. Do I have? I think I have the profile still. Not the text messages. I was like, I'm gonna have to go through my phone and see what his specific preferences was because we did communicate via text messages. Did talk on the phone. I did get to just discuss with him or communicate with him what he wanted. So therefore, that's why I was like, it does matter. And as much as people make it seem like, oh, it doesn't matter, it does matter what people prefer and what their preferences are. So again, the reason that we're not together now or did not see eye to eye was just like, oh, I'm not finna be doing it with a bunch of people and don't even know if this is the criteria. And if the criteria is set at an unrealistic expectation, because again, I get a lot of dick reviews of different sizes, shapes, and colors, and my reviews are very detail oriented, down to like what we were talking about yesterday, Christmas Eve, with it being uncircumcised pigmentation if it's two different colors, and again, it doesn't matter what actual color the person is, but the member itself, if it's veiny or not, and nothing really determines except beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So therefore, it could be me that finds it aesthetically beautiful, or again, it could be the mannerism of the angle. Because my biggest pet peeve when I request the ratings to be submitted is the angle and the lighting. If I can't see it, then I can't rate it. I can't view it, basically. And I do get the manipulations, the photoshops, trying to make things look bigger than what they are. And there's even girth measurements where people have it side by, and I mean, if anybody is on Reddit, one, it's underneath the same, I'm under the same name, so you can always send me a request for a review if necessary and need be. But they had, and I've not been on Reddit in a while, but where you can have like a side by side, like a soda can and the girth of it. And again, it's not about the insecurities because people fail to realize that it's not about the size of the boat, it's the motion. And I've had some nice cones do some nice things, okay? It don't have to always be a 10 footer, and I don't know that many golf terms for it to be like different clubs and whatever clubs is for and why it's a bag full of clubs. But if there's different shapes and sizes for every reason that you're knocking one ball into a hole, to me, even though golf is standardized holes, there's different holes that this putter is going into. So just because one putter don't satisfy one hole, don't mean it ain't gonna satisfy all holes. Okay, and it's supposed to be 18 of them, right? I just use golf as a metaphor, and I'm sorry, I'm not that educated with golf, so anybody that can make sense of what I'm saying in golf verbiage, please take over in the comments. And I'm sorry. Like I said, I be laughing at myself because that was so stupid. Like, I'm like, why the did I even mention golf? I have no idea how golf go. I don't even go. What's that thing putting like putt? Like I don't even go to miniature golf. So why did I even think about golf? Like, but I just thought about like a bag full of golf clubs. So I was like, there's different golf clubs for the same holes. So that I was like, if members are like golf clubs, but the hole is on different persons, you know what I'm saying? Because then again, that same golf hole can represent three different holes. Wow, I'm going down a rabbit hole online right now. That just made me like want to Google stuff about golf. Like, what is it? How do you keep score? Why is people quiet? Why you can't clap? Like so much. Like I don't know that much about little to nothing this much about golf, but I just was thinking like, what has multiple sticks of different sizes? Like what is a variety pack? Like what is a variety pack that's competitive, that's in a form of a game that could be similar to sex? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Some people do make sex an object, a game, and again, it's another shout out to soft white underbelly. I love that man. Oh my goodness. Mark has came so far on YouTube that he's my inspiration. Besides Mistress Re, love her too. Shout out to her. I'm hoping that one day I get to collaborate with her in her beautiful lingerie. Very sexy, very cutesy. But she started in the adult industry, and I would love to eventually get into adult mainstream, but I would like to continue to advocate and promote BDSM kink shaming less. Like I do not want to shame anyone for their kinks. I don't want anyone to feel as if they're not openly accepted for whom and what they are, whatever it may be. And with that being said, that's the reason I wanted to start this channel because of the fact that a lot of people don't talk about it. It's very taboo. And then after I learned that there is 80% women laying on their back and that getting that, oh, it's crazy to me. And I'm not saying all of them laying on their back because that's even worse. That means that, because I'm a pillow princess, so therefore you get your knees dirty, you sweating, and back is broken, and you're not even experiencing an orgasm. It's crazy work to me. Just it's sad. It just makes me have a tear because one, we had My childhood is a mess, honey. That's a whole different other platform, a different story that can be told. But that being said, it's just like I experienced and recognized what it was as far as self pleasure. That when I was interacting sexually with other people, I was able to tell them what I like. And I'm sad that a lot of women don't have that experience or that chance to know, or they're like, and we all laughed when Stephen Carell did it in the 40-year-old version. But you're 40 years old, you're just not getting an orgasm. That should be a movie, and it should be a dark, horrific type of movie. It should not even be no Kiki, no Tito, no nothing, like, because that's nothing to snag at, nothing to laugh at. It's really sad. And then want to know why females are so bitter, so mean. Because you're draining somebody else and somebody ain't draining you. And then you go from one person to another person and then you just battling spirits. You got soul ties for some reason, but I'm not here to try to save nobody. I'm just here to educate and elevate. And I did have someone reach out to me after watching my videos, and he emailed me and he was like, him and his girlfriend's gonna try a cockhold relationship. And I don't know, maybe we need like a support group for that. I feel like we need some real pioneers to come in here and teach people how it's done. Because I do watch, again, South White Underbelly, and he is fascinated in the kink industry. And he interviews a lot of people, and I get a lot of information, and that's why I share some of the videos. I get a lot of information about others' perspectives. Now, again, everybody be like, "Oh, it's fake, it's recorded, they're pretending." So was Jerry, so was Maury, and it was on TV for 25 plus years. Why does it matter? Like, does it matter? No, but this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that eh, everybody's relationship is how they want it to be. And honestly, as much as men are polygamous and as much as they would love to have their cake and eat it too, so should their wife. So should the hot wife. So should the hot wife be able to get pleased by whomever she chooses. And that's where the control is. But there's a lot of dominatrix in the bull side as well, because I got message on YouTube where the bull should be the one that should have the control. Now, true, in that dynamic of a relationship. But there's all different dynamics of a relationship. If the bull wants the control, then he's looking for a submissive. And in this case and scenario, with me per se, I'm not a submissive, I'm dominant. So therefore, my husband can be dominant or he can be submissive. Now, everybody that's new to the cuckold relationship just thinks that he's dominant and gets walked over. No, this is a choice. Everyone in their position is choose upon and has a choice. So your choice is to be your role, whatever it is. Now, again, as far as the partner being the bull, I would want to choose to have another submissive partner. Now, that could be where they switch and they're dominant and they're, I don't know, I probably can't say slut, and be sledded out, or therefore it is a characteristic where my bull does not prefer to be dominant and I take control. And therefore, whatever as far as a sadist versus a masochist want to inflict the pain on to that person can happen. Now, that's another dynamic of a relationship inside a relationship. Like, it is layers, onions of layers to this. And communication has to be the basis, the foundation. Again, going back to, full circling back to the email I had got. He said they was going to a bar and they were meeting new gentlemen to triangle it, because again he had said, I watched a lot of your YouTube videos, I discussed it with her, and now we're ready to take it into action. And to me, I feel like that was a little too premature, because again, I'm a firm believer that you don't know what you are doing until you in it. Also, be careful what you ask for, because you just don't know what you're going to get. Meaning on any level. Like, you don't know if it's what you want. You don't know who gonna give it to you or any of that. So that's all. They just gotta be mindful of those things. But I'm so glad that I'm able to reach out and give this information. But I did get a comment, and I might be doing that tonight. You know what? I might get offline and update because I've been having to do it. And see, it's so much stuff that I be having to do on my to do list that one, it's just me, everybody. Two, I don't have anybody that I can really count on. Not complaining, I'm just telling the truth. Like, we're having a truth moment of the listening and don't judge type. And I literally be like, oh, well, now that I don't have a job, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. Like, I have these pictures I have to finish editing, and I have to finish publishing, uploading, and posting them to all my social medias, which a lot of my content does not get out besides TikTok and YouTube. And YouTube, I normally try to transfer everything that I posted to TikTok to YouTube so that YouTube get a chance to view anything I did create on a different platform. But as far as Instagram, Facebook is connected to my TikTok. So with the three people that became members of my Facebook group, it's underneath the same thing. I think it's Mistress Re's Foot Slaves. Really gotta put all of this information into a post or a video description. But my last comment that I did not get to respond on that topic was that he said his girlfriend was too lazy. And so I did do some side research of responses that men would, one, have to give me my feedback on, because I love feedback. Again, education is elevation, and each one teach one. And I'm a whole lady, okay? Born and raised, I sit down when I pee. So my brain is woman. So I don't know what men like. I have to ask men. I don't know. I'm not a man. So that's why I was like, feedback is always necessary. I hate to ask multiple questions because I did have a commenter like, why so many polls? Why so many polls? I'm like, because. Another thing that I do like to create on my platform is that I want to give what you ask for. That's why I'm asking for so much information, because it's curated. It's like by supply and demand. If you can tell me what you want, then I can create it. And then after that, since I'm only one person, I can only cater to, because that's another word, to the masses or the large group. So therefore, my biggest category or viewer or audience is the pedal pumping. When I tell you that they came out the left field, honey, I was started off with BDSM education, and then I got a lot of comments like, "Oh, do feet content, do more feet content." I switched over to that, and I do miss just the broad aspect. But I also was kind of like fishing, and that was a net theory where I cast a net and then I see what I collect. So I do see that Cockle is a number one video. It's my top video. I have to release some more information because I have not, since I've been, like I said, at my godmother's house trying to do photo shoots of my Christmas attire in front of a Christmas tree. Just did not work. It was not the best, but there will always be better days. So therefore, I went from just a broad BDSM to feet content to it being a subcategory underneath. Like I was trying to explain the other day, car interior to driving to pedal pumping to hand honking. Now, I do have multiple fans in every subcategory. But when I do my weekly reports that YouTube gives me, the number one search term was pedal pumping. So therefore, I do want to lean into something that is the most, I don't want to say lucrative, because again, my goal for 2024 is to increase watch time. That's why I was like, clickbait, I don't know what to tell you. Now I'm live. You know what I'm saying? But just to put a goal, see if I can surpass it or accomplish it. So I have to be able to increase my watch time so that I can apply or qualify for the paid partnership. And so therefore I have to damn sure make sure that I'm trying my best to accomplish my goals, because again, everything I do from here on out is productivity, is to be productive, to continue growing my brand, seeing where I can go, um, hopefully having personal interactions, going on more dates for people that are looking for a hot wife or someone that is into feet fetish dating, and to see if we can do it on a live aspect, and to basically have like a day in the life with me, but on the dating perspective, because one, I'm single and I am trying to mingle, and I want to mingle with the people that have the same views as me, because I watch a lot of stuff on Facebook like everybody else does, and a man got married and then 14 days later they were getting an annulment. I don't know where the compatibility did that happen, but again, no judgment. I just was asking the question, like the compatibility. You didn't ask, do you like toes? You know what I mean? Like that's my number one thing. Like, do you suck them? Do you put them in your mouth? Do you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you like? What do you don't like? And I'm a firm believer. Like, I'm not gonna do the 90-day rule with Steve Harvey, and then it ain't nothing. Don't make me stay in the bedroom, okay? Because I'll leave. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna like, yeah, this isn't what I thought it was. I don't want this. And again, when I was in a committed, serious relationship, I don't need to be doing it all night long. Okay, that's not my goal, not my game. I don't care about that. My satisfaction is one rule. I got to be able to big O first, and then you can do what you need to do. And what you need to do is hurry up, okay? Because I ain't got all night. I'm finna go to sleep. But with the satisfaction that I have, it will make you be satisfied as well. So it's not a rush, it's not a game, and you don't have to ask me afterwards, did you come? Yes, I orgasmed, you felt it. Or we can even have it where it's an arrangement where we come together and we're connected when we come together. That's a spiritual intertwine of souls ties. Let everybody tell. Cause what I'm still underneath this cover big like big snuggle, and I keep popping my hair, and I'm like, oh, it's cold. But back to the point at hand is that it doesn't have to be for hours. Cause one, the older I get, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to be up all night and the insides is drying out. Like, you know that I know we over this, okay? And you trying to put on a performance for no reason. And again, when I say no reason, I know that from talking to males that they be trying to focus on not exactly no. Hurry up, get to it. Okay, because one, like I was talking to my guys the other day, but again, when she was on the live, we were trying to discuss some things, but it's also the fact that I'm so secure in my divine energy, and it's not even like being super feminine, because again, the world views of being a dominant woman, especially being African American, is, oh, you're so masculine, you're so masculine. Like, no, honey, I'm really not. Because Queen Elizabeth was a Caucasian woman, and a lot of people gave her so much respect. So, again, and I'm pretty sure nobody called her masculine, okay? Like, she was a whole queen. So, with that being the perspective, that's my thing. Like, I would take care of my partner because I am a pleaser in the bedroom. But again, when I say pleasing, that means that I'm going to get what I want first because of the fact that I know that that's not always the case. And again, there has to be a certain man because a lot of men are selfish and are the let me get me, let me get me, let me get me, let me get me. And once they get them, they be like, well, I don't know what to tell you. But says you should have got yours. And that's a man that does not understand how the female body works. And I'm not here to explain no anatomy because science was not my greatest subject. But we I guess need a lot more um what's the word? I guess thought into it because again, as much as women don't like to, I guess, be honest about, oh well, he doesn't really get to that G spot. And again, there's so many levels of what is an orgasm because growing up it was like, oh, that G spot, the G spot. The G spot is for basically squirting, I guess, because again, you hit the G spot, what does that do? Make the coochie wet. I don't even know if I can say that word, but oops. Community guidelines. But I be looking like, and that's only because what I've gotten multiple strikes and bans, so I just try to be mindful. So it's not like, why does she keep doing that? I'm like, because I know that I've got strikes and bans, like for real. Like I gotta be mindful of it. Because if I get too loosely with the lips, you two might ban myself. They recently, well, it wasn't recently. It was like maybe 2 months ago. They removed one of my videos. Oh, I think it was the breast fetish. That was the second one. Number one was cuckold, which is still weird that it's still up and trending, but shh, don't tell YouTube. But for them to delete my breast fetish video was like, that wasn't even that bad. It wasn't a bad video. It was for educational entertainment purposes. So that's what tells me, like, just be mindful of what I say on this platform because, boy, I haven't started my backup platform yet. And then again, that one, I'm going to need people to go over there and subscribe because if I don't have like 50 subscribers, they won't let me go live. So, it's just like so much work I have to do. And it's like, I have to have a job. No, like I need this job to start paying me. You know what I'm saying? Like this job, I'm working here on YouTube, and I'm not getting paid yet. So therefore, I do know that everything, like Rome, wasn't built in one day. But I need something. And again, I just be so busy doing other things. I'm like, oh, I need to start a GoFundMe account. Oh, I need to start a Kickstart. Oh, I need to start fundraising or crowd raising or something like crowdsourcing or whatever the word is for that. But too much, too much. That just I'm just a girl. Like, oh my goodness, I gotta do everything. Like that's why when my gossip was like, she don't like the word sex slave. Girl, that's you. And again, no judgment. But I need one. I need a sex slave that I'll reward you with. I don't know how to use medical terms. It's so weird, like vagina. I mean, that's that actually is the terminology. Just using it in a sentence is just so abnormal to me. Because it's like pussy, cock, dick, like all of those is totally different. But just using like penis and vagina, medical terms, just super weird. But I guess I have to get used to saying that because now we can't even say other words. We have to say like unalive and stuff like that. So I would definitely like reward Regina because I did have a fan on a different platform, and he was like, "Oh, he is into rewards, and he does like feet." And I was saying that, if I could have like a sex slave that's an editor or something like that. But my only thing is that I do have a photographer as a fan, a subscriber. I talked to him, and he was like, I would normally take a while to edit your videos and send them back. That does help my brand. I seen that on Facebook scrolling one time that a guy was saying that this girl had another guy editing her videos, and again the duration of how long it took was taking a little too long, and he was masturbating to her videos, and she was just like a Twitch streamer, and I think that she was just regularly doing it. And again, no judgment, it does not take a lot to masturbate to someone's image, but if the goal purpose is to edit it, professionally polish it, so I can upload it and publish it, I'm gonna need you to stick to the plan. Like, stay focused. You can always meet your meet later, you know what I'm saying? Or at a later date, because the end goal is this. Like, I get it. But that's the only other problem. Like, I have trust issues as well. So it's like, if I'm trusting you with my content and then you're doing things with it that doesn't benefit me in the end all, because you aren't sending it back after it's been edited, or you're not publishing it to my pages, it's kind of like backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing what I asked you to do. But anyway, so I would love to have maybe like a 21 verse 1 or whatever, 20 versus 1, where it's kind of like a bunch of, like, I'm not even sex gender, you know what I'm saying? So I would say a bunch of men, but it could be men, women, anyone that has the foot fetish that is in the dating spirit that would like to be, I guess, first you have to have permission to come, on the live and or on the show type thing to do that. But I would definitely be open to it. I am on foot dating websites for, like I said, meeting other people. I am on FetLife, but not as active. But now that I have more time and opportunity and flexibility, I will be getting on all of my platforms a lot more and a lot longer, and getting to know more people, answering more questions, talking to them, because of the fact that, one, we're in this together, two, each one teach one, and we grow. The more we know, oh, what is it? Is it the more, no, if you knew more, you'd do more. What are them old sayings? I be trying to remember, but they be spot on though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I gotta bring the phone closer to me. One moment, please.